I think the question was how we work together. It was very difficult to hear. How do we work together as directors?
The movies we did with you and the movies we did with Roger, you could have, with rights, been called a co-director. It's kind of not the way it's done, but you talk about the shot, you talk about what you're doing, not just the two of us, but the three of us and other people who are involved. The only respect in which there's kind of a protocol is talking to actors, which for some reason there's only the director is supposed to, and that's one respect in which there isn't just a kind of, very fuzzily defined collegial discussion.
But also because they have written the script together and storyboarded it together and have the same tone going into the scene, having worked on their first three movies, often Joel would say cut, and Ethan would say, because the first three, when I worked with them, Ethan didn't talk to the actors at all. Joel would say cut, Ethan would say, hey, Joel, and Joel would say, I know, I'm going to tell him. And it was not psychic. It was that obviously they both knew the guy didn't talk fast enough or should, do. So it's with them, it really is like working with one person. Although,
it's true that it is a little bit different if you've gone through gone through a process of. It would be more difficult if you were just to hand two people, even if they were longtime collaborators, a script and say, okay, go and do this together. But there's that whole history of discussion behind it, which is most of where all the sort of directorial decisions come from, so and that's why there's usually quite, mutual, because we've already had that discussion, or that discussion has already progressed a long way down the road. But yeah, I mean, it's not, it really is not mysterious at all. And in terms of how the set is run, that's also quite straightforward and simple. And literally, it's often the case that whoever is closest to the person asking the question answers it,
And by the way, if one thing that we all learned about making films is how important pre-production is. And so much of the film is made there so that you have answered 99% of the questions before you ever get on the set. Then you can work quickly and efficiently, which is what they do.